Alright, be honest, have you ever sat down for a test, looked at the first question, and suddenly your mind just goes blank? You studied, you prepared, but at that moment, it feels like everything you knew just vanished into thin air. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and panic sets in. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Test anxiety is real, and it affects thousands of students, and can sometimes seem impossible to overcome. But here's the good news, you can overcome it. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit of powerful strategies to stay calm, focused, and actually perform at your best when it matters most. So, if you've ever struggled with nerves before an exam, hit that like button because this video is going to change the way you approach tests forever. Let's get into it. First things first, what even is test anxiety? Well, it's not just being nervous. A little bit of nervousness is actually a good thing, it keeps you alert and focused. But when that nervousness turns into full-blown panic mode, that's when it becomes a problem. Test anxiety can cause racing thoughts, difficulty concentrating, sweaty palms, a pounding heart, or even feeling like you might faint. It's your body's fight or flight response kicking in at the worst possible time. Instead of fighting off a bear, your brain is acting like the test itself is the danger. But here's the thing, it's not. It's just a piece of paper, or a screen, with questions that you actually know the answers to. The trick is getting your brain to remember that. So, how do we do that? Let's start with mindset shifts. One of the biggest reasons students experience test anxiety is the fear of failure. We tell ourselves things like, if I fail this, my life is over. But is that really true? Let's put it into perspective. Yes, tests are important. Yes, you should try your best. But one bad grade is not the end of the world. It doesn't define your intelligence, your worth, or your future. The moment you start seeing a test as just another challenge, not a life or death situation, you take away its power to make you panic. Now, let's talk about preparation. A lot of test anxiety comes from feeling unprepared, even when you actually are prepared. So let's fix that. One of the best ways to boost confidence before an exam is to simulate the test environment as much as possible. Take practice tests under real test conditions, set a timer, sit in a quiet space, and go through questions just like you would on test day. The more familiar the situation feels, the less anxiety your brain will feel when the real thing comes around. Next, let's talk about breathing. Yep, breathing. It sounds simple, but it's a game changer. When you start feeling anxious, your breathing becomes shallow, which sends signals to your brain that something is wrong. But you can reverse this by using deep breathing techniques. Try the 4-7-8 method. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This slows your heart rate, calms your nervous system, and tells your brain you're safe. Another great technique? Progressive muscle relaxation. If you tend to get really tense during tests, this one's for you. Start by clenching your fists as tight as possible, then slowly release them. Move to your shoulders, tense them up, then let them relax. Go down to your legs, your feet, your jaw, wherever you hold tension. This helps your body physically release stress, making it easier to stay calm and focused. Okay, now let's tackle one of the biggest culprits of test anxiety, negative self-talk. You know that little voice in your head that says, I'm going to fail, or I'm so bad at this. That voice is a liar. And the more you listen to it, the more anxious you'll feel. So, we need to replace those thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of I'm going to fail, say I've studied, I'm prepared, and I can do this. Instead of I'm terrible at math, say I am improving at math, and I can solve these problems step by step. Your brain believes what you tell it, so tell it something good. Let's talk about on-the-spot strategies, things you can do during the test if anxiety starts creeping in. One of my favorites is the brain dump method. As soon as you get your test, take 30 seconds to a minute to write down anything that might help, formulas, key facts, a quick outline for an essay. Getting those thoughts out of your head and onto paper will free up brain space for focusing on the actual questions. And if you ever get stuck on a question, Skip it and come back later. Seriously. Spending 5 minutes panicking over one question can mess up your focus for the rest of the test. Instead, move on, answer the easier questions, and then return to the tough ones with a clearer mind. One more thing, take care of yourself before the test. Get good sleep the night before. Yes, I know, easier said than done, but pulling an all-nighter actually hurts your performance. Eat a healthy meal before the exam, your brain needs fuel to function. And avoid too much caffeine. A little is fine, but too much can make anxiety worse. At the end of the day, the key to overcoming test anxiety is preparing your mind and body to handle the stress in a healthy way. It's about training your brain to stay calm, reminding yourself that you can do this, and using the right techniques to stay focused. So, here's your challenge, try at least one of these strategies before your next test. Whether it's deep breathing, positive affirmations, or the brain dump method, pick one and let me know in the comments which one you're going to try. And if this video helped you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more study tips, and share this with a friend who needs it. Remember, a test is just a test. You are capable, you are prepared, and you will get through it. I'll see you in the next video.